Hey, what's up guys? So here's my detailed desk tour for 2014. As we all know, NKBHD is doing a massive collaboration of desk tours, and well, I decided to make a very detailed desk tour, basically going over all the specs and items I use on a daily basis, as well as what I would like to replace in the future. So let's not waste any time and let's get started. My entire setup revolves around absolute simplicity. The less items I have on my desk, the better it looks and the happier I am. So let's get started with the star of the show, and that's my late 2011 Mac Mini with an i7 dual core and 16 gigs of RAM. I also installed two hard drives, one of them being an SSD with 128 gig, and the second one being the stock 750 gig hard drive spinning at 7200 RPM. I installed the hard drive myself, and both hard drives are not fused. The reason being is pretty obvious. To get the maximum performance possible, I opted to manage the storage myself. And yes, this is actually a dual core. Most people are shocked to find that this system can actually edit videos, but it can. I think that the name Mini takes away from the massive performance that the Mac Mini actually outputs. The new Mac Mini is actually very powerful, and I'm pretty sure that the next generation Mini, which should be out later this year, will increase this claim even further. And I think that the Mini is now a beast. It is no longer an afterthought. A lot of YouTubers use a Mini to edit video. Anywho, let's move on to the monitor that I use, which is an HP 23-inch monitor with a 1080p resolution. This monitor has great viewing angles, and more importantly, it has built-in speakers, which sound okay, definitely not the best, but they get the job done. They also aid with the simplistic look without needing external speakers. I definitely look forward to purchasing a 4K monitor in the near future, but the monitor needs to be at least 27 inches and at least 60 Hz minimum. And as of right now, all 60 Hz 4K monitors are extremely expensive, so that's gonna have to wait a while. The main microphone I use is the Blue Yeti microphone, which sounds absolutely incredible. I always get a lot of questions regarding the windscreen that I use on the Blue Yeti, which you can actually find on Amazon. And again, I'll have links for everything you see here down below. And if an item doesn't exist, I'll provide a very similar item down below. In terms of a mouse, I'm using the Magic Mouse from Apple, which is good in performance, but not the best in comfort. So I'm looking forward to upgrading this mouse to something bigger and something more comfortable. Maybe the Logitech MX mouse, which is very comfortable and has superb performance. The keyboard will remain the same, well, because it works just fine, and I really don't see a way to improve it other than possibly adding a number pad. My main phone at the moment is the flagship phone from Google, which is a Nexus 5 32 gig all black. This beast of a phone flies just about through everything and anything. I've managed to average around 6 hours of on-screen on time, which goes to show you that with some setting changes, you could get this phone to last throughout the entire day. And also, the camera has gotten better with the latest updates, so I couldn't be happier with this device. Now, my secondary computer, and the computer that's with me every single day, is a 2011 MacBook Air 11-inch, which I think is the best laptop hands down. Now, I think the 11-inch is the best secondary laptop because of the ultra portability. The specs of the machine are a dual-core i5 clocked in at 1.6 GHz with 4 gigs of RAM. The specs aren't high, but to be honest, they don't need to be. I use this computer for school, for browsing the web, and for writing code. And with the latest update from Apple, Mavericks, the 4 gigs of RAM feel more like 6 gigs of RAM. And the ultra-fast SSD makes the system really snappy. I no longer have a Nexus 7, not because it wasn't a great device. It was actually the best tablet I had ever used. But the main issue was that I really don't like tablets. I'm the type of person that would just pick up a MacBook Air instead every single time. So I found myself not using the Nexus 7. If I had an iPad, the same would happen. Tablets are simply not for me. I prefer an actual laptop. And that's basically my entire setup. If you guys have any questions regarding anything that you saw here, let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys are interested in any of the products that you saw here, I'll have a link down below for the ones that I can find. I know I've been MIA for a while, but that's because I've been working on upgrading my camera gear and the mere quality of my videos. It's all about quality, not quantity. Again, thank you guys very much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, and like Leonardo da Vinci once said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.